Truck. Good morning, good morning, everybody. How you doing? Oh, we got flashing red lights here at Clark and Fullerton. All right, we'll see if we can get across the street here. We got another beautiful morning. Looks like it's going to be a bright, sunny day. Let me know if you can see this in a landscape format. Okay, we'll go after this car. Yeah, I'm gonna head down Cleveland Street. We'll see how it looks in landscape format. I think I figured out what I was doing wrong yesterday. Here, let me see. Good morning, Bob. How's it going? Is it looking okay in landscape format? Is it better than last night? I think I figured out what I was doing wrong yesterday. There's like an aspect lock on my screen. You can see it fine. Good. Is it working in landscape format? Good. So slowly but surely, look at this house here. It's kind of stuck mid block here, in between these apartment buildings. Good, looking good. Yeah, I think I like the landscape format. I want the ability to switch back and forth. Good morning, Annette. Good morning, Angel. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, including Bob. Thanks for the feedback. As this YouTube experiment continues, we'll head down Cleveland Street on our walk into work, and we got plenty of time to get downtown, so we'll see if we take any little side diversions along the way, and enjoy this beautiful morning. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I need to keep tabs on this hurricane. That hurricane's starting to strengthen. We got people in Georgia that are going to be affected by it. Look at this new construction here. Look, new construction, luxury single family home, 2347 North Cleveland. Yeah, I've been watching them build this for the past year or so. Actually, it seems longer than a year. You see how they got the parking that goes back behind here, and it goes down underneath to the lower level. And this is probably what they're gonna build over there where the Cynical used to be. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Hubert. How's it going? Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're here by the twin sisters that survived the Great Chicago Fire. I think they were built just before the fire, and they must have not had buildings around them, because this is where the fire like burned out in 1871. We talk about this often. Look at here's the nice yards here. They got the little kids at play sign. All these houses are just beautiful here on Cleveland Street, Lincoln Park, Chicago. I'm just heading to work, and then of course we got the owl there. Let me see if I can cross here. No cars coming. The John Kearney owl sculpture on top of this porch here. Yeah, good morning. We're back in landscape mode. Yeah, that YouTube app threw everything off. I wasn't happy with the resolution of the video. I think Streamlabs does a better job through YouTube on the resolution. We'll see what the archive video looks like after this is done. Yeah, there's this beautiful, I jokingly, it's in no way like the Addams Family house, but it's got that nice little side. It's not a cupola, it's like a prominent corner there. You got the nice porches. Yeah, I just want to see what this street looks like in landscape form. We walked down it several times because it's 720p. Good. Yeah, that's what, Chris sent me a screen capture of what it looked like on his TV, and he was able to get the comments overlaid on the side of the image on his TV, and there's a way to do it in the settings, and that's the experience I want to replicate for people. Said you can also watch it on your phone, turn your phone sideways, hopefully it'll work, and then people can watch it on their tablets or their TV screens landscape mode. And there's a way, if you got to mess with the settings, you can get the comments. And then, you know, then the challenge becomes, how do you make a comment from your TV? You know, that's, you know, and I think Chris was using his phone on the side to make comments. And I don't know if anybody, I don't expect anybody to do that. I want to make it as easy as possible for people to interact. And that's usually through the phone, you know. Good. You got the notice? Landscape, good resolution. Yeah, that's what we want to hear, so we can see these nice undulating windows here on Cleveland Street. You got the yellow house and this red brick house with the nice conservatory on the side. Yeah. Look how they light up that circle. That purple circle is lit up at night. And that was a good morning. It's nice, beautiful homes. Yeah, you have to use your phone to comment, and that's the only drawback. Well, not the only, but that is a drawback of watching it on your TV. But it's good to have the option, right? And it's a way for us to differentiate our user experience from the other ones, you know, and other streetwalkers. That's what I call this genre. I don't know if there's a better term for it. People that just walk around in the streets of different cities, you know. Of course, all the good people that do it in New York City. We saw there's a guy walking around Kansas City late at night, you know. Then what a day in the life with Corey. She walks around Savannah, you know, does such a great job and showcases that beautiful city. And I hope they're not badly affected by this hurricane too, because that hurricane's going to blow through Florida. The Panhandle's going to get hit again the way it looked. It might be a Category 3. And then, you know, we got Bob and Devon in Georgia is going to be impacted by this hurricane. You know, but here we'll cross Webster here. Yeah, it's worth it for the big picture. I agree. You know, I was watching some of the reruns, and, you know, look, it's like we're getting 2/3 more information, because when it's vertical, you got the black screens on either side, and we can fill that in with pixels, and you got more context, which works for these residential streets. Look, we can see the sidewalk on the left over to the buildings on the right. And yeah, we'll keep this going. Check out the cornices. Look, they're working on this one. They got this one under renovation. 150 years strong, Lincoln Elementary. So yeah, Lincoln Elementary is just to a block away, I think. And we're near the Lincoln Park High School, which is on the other side of. Which is on the other side of Oz Park there. Yeah, I just love these cornices. I know I keep panning up because I'm trying to get the cornices. I might as well just film across the way and stop making you dizzy. If I just film forward, we get the squirrel. Yeah, this is a nice block right here too. It's worth it for the big picture. Good morning, Zoe. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, we got beautiful, cool temperatures. Look at those nice brick, the round window, both on the corner and the front facade. See how we got, you got the stairs up, and then you got the garden apartment, little patios below. That perfectly shows it right there. You know, even here on Cleveland, you can still see how even this street was raised. We got the nice mural. We'll go by the Carnival Grocery. Very colorful, well decorated grocery, a local corner grocery that's still in operation, just like the Big Apple. It's not a chain. You still go there. You got a few aisles, only like 3 or 4 aisles. You get your produce. Yeah, we're at the six-way intersection of Lincoln, Dickens, and Cleveland. Got the Gemini. Look at that. Look at those terracotta. They got the seating on the side. So here, let's see if we can get across here. Should I go on this side? Let's see. No. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. I know I'm kind of indecisive here. Yeah, let's go this way. We can walk behind this new urbanist redevelopment that they built in the 90s, and human scale, it fits so well within the neighborhood here. You're a Gemini. That's great. So there's your restaurant. You can go to the Gemini restaurant right there, and yeah, walk around Lincoln Park. Yeah, see, if you head behind the Gemini, that's the back of it. You know, you can. How's it going? You can walk back to these little pocket parks, and you see how they're garages. This is an alley. This is the back side of Lincoln Avenue, but you can go through these little pocket parks, and they're walking the dogs, which is great. And like I said, sometimes the dogs, they don't like live streamers. They can sense that I'm talking to the ghost in the machine. All my good friends here tuning in, but the dogs are like, it sounds like a crazy person just talking into its phone. And they're probably right, it's me. Look at these little passageways, and people got their little patio alcoves, and yeah, they got these little rope swings, nice hanging baskets, you know, and these little triangle parks. Yeah, did it short out? Did I lose the stream there for a second? Yeah, we'll see if it comes back in, you know. Hopefully it won't. If I lose the stream, usually it comes back. Yeah, cheese, garlic, and meat, Italian. Yeah, I don't know what fare they got there. I'll have to check online. I need to check out some of these restaurants and give a better review. I just like that they're there. It's a good option. Oh, shortcut, yeah. Now this is a nice little shortcut, yeah. Yeah, I like walking through here. These little triangle parking, and again, this is a triangle block. This used to be a hospital in the old days. I think it was called the let's see if I can remember. I think there's a plaque up here that talks about the hospital and how this was redeveloped. Here, we'll walk through this little archway, and it, you know, look at this. So there's townhomes that face either way. We got Sedgwick over there, we got Lincoln there, we got another triangle development there. You can walk right through here. You see how they got garages. You can pull into the garages, and then you can lead right out to this little corner park and head right back to another six-way intersection. And let's see if we can find this plaque that tells about the hospitals here. Yeah, it's right up here. And we'll cross the intersection. We're all good. Yeah, Augustana Hospital. Augustana Hospital. It was called the Augustana Hospital. 1884 to 1989. Swedish Lutheran Church. So that's what used to be there. And here, we'll cross over here. There's a little cupola on the First American Bank. These were Stanley's. Yeah, I think we were here yesterday. We went down Lincoln, so I'll head down Sedgwick for a little bit, or we could cut through the park. let's do that. Let's cut through the park. I already did the well, I know it was vertical aspect. We did the Midwest Buddhist Center Temple, and we already did St. Michael's, so we'll head over to the park here. Yeah, look at this nice block. Remember when we went by the Park West when Max Weinberg was playing that Thursday in between the Bruce Springsteen concerts at the Wrigley Field? We stopped by the Park West when people were lining up to watch Max Weinberg's band. You got another brick alley here. So bear with me as we head into the sun. Just briefly, I'm going to head back to the park, and we might go by here tomorrow too. At least they'll be having a farmer's market on Wednesday. There's the Park West. You can see there's like a theater there, and the parking garage for the residential condos here. Nah, you remember that? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I think I need to learn how to work on my hashtags for my lives. When I set up a live in YouTube, it allows you to do hashtags, and then so if people are searching, they might search and stumble upon this live. Now, it doesn't push the landscape lives into the vertical short format, which is fine. That's why I was testing out the YouTube app vertical version yesterday. But the resolution, if you noticed, I looked back in the live recording, and the resolution was poor for using the YouTube app. The resolution seems much better using Streamlabs, so I'm going to continue using Streamlabs. I like the zooming ability much better. The zoom was so touchy. It's so funny. If you use the app, it changed how you pinch and zoom. It was very, very touchy, and I didn't like it on the YouTube app. So I'm learning how this all works here. Nah, Zoe, thanks for watching from Australia. I thought you were from Australia, and I know you're in a completely different time zone. It's probably late at night there. We're early in the morning, and you're already into Tuesday evening. So thanks for tuning in so late at night and watching a little bit of Chicago. I'll eventually get down to do the Shameless House again. We'll do it in landscape format, and then I'll probably walk down Cermak and maybe go down to 26th Street again. We'll do Little Village in landscape, show the nice murals, and yeah, I'm excited. I get to recreate a lot of the neighborhood tours I already did in portrait. We can go back and do them in landscape, put it on YouTube, and then I can cut it out for shorts. I can also cut out the reruns and either do it landscape or vertical for TikTok reruns, so people can still find the new content. And yeah, the show will go on. There's somebody biking into work. Yeah, look at these nice Queen Anne style. I think that's what that is. These roofs. There's somebody riding a divvy. Yeah, look at these nice stoops. Look at that nice little detailing there in between the windows even. I like this stuff, thanks, I think. Yeah, there's somebody camping out over there. There are some people that camp out in the park. Yeah, we did a little, we walked through this little park here. We'll do it again. There's some informational signage about how the park was created. It's Tuesday, so yeah, we're Tuesday 7 a.m. in Chicago, and yeah, a lot of live streamers use third-party apps. Now I see why they do it. Yeah, you're 10 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for understanding. I'll get there when I get time, and thanks for being patient. Yeah, there's other houses. There's Kev's house and V's house and the pub, and the same thing for Chicago Fire. There's Lottie's, which becomes these other TV shows. It becomes Molly's Bar. But yeah, I have to brush up on all that Shameless stuff, because I know people seem to be really interested in the Chicago Shameless, the Showtime show, and it's international, which is good because hey, we got a nice breeze. What is that, a daycare? Yeah, so here's the Lincoln Hotel. They got a rooftop there. As you can see the John Hancock off in the distance. We might get the light here. Yeah, we're gonna get the light. I'll cross into the park. This is perfect. And yeah, we'll cross. You see how Clark Street's really wide here. That's where we came from. Look at this nice view of the skyline. Let me pinch and hold on a second here. Let me get you to, yeah, look at that nice view of the skyline when you look straight south on Clark Street, and there's the Lincoln Hotel entrance. We'll cross right into the park. So tomorrow they'll have the farmers market in this location. So yeah, TV content. Yeah, well, there's so many over the years. There's so many TV shows for multiple networks that were produced in Chicago, and yeah, and they're still being produced. There's still Chicago Fire and Chicago PD still film in Chicago, from what I understand. You see them sometimes around the city, or at least they used to be. But here we're back in Lincoln Park. We'll head over to Dearborn. We'll come in behind the History Museum there. And I think, yeah, let's cross right over here. We'll cross and see if there's any dogs, any people walking their dogs early in the morning. Yeah, thanks for missing me on TikTok. Yeah, thanks for everybody that wrote a complaint on my behalf to TikTok asking why did they ban me. And then TikTok sends you an automated letter. We don't care, they have to appeal. I appealed 4 times and they don't even know or care. And I'm still pretty angry at TikTok, and I don't want to trust them with my content. So thanks for understanding. Look at, you can see across the way, you can see the South Pond, and see, we'll head right down this path, and we'll head right into the city here. Yeah. Yeah. It always fascinated me how I could just be like walking down a street in Chicago, and it would make somebody angry that I was just walking down a street in Chicago. It would, I would notice it on TikTok. People would, and it's just their reaction to the city. I was watching a old late 1950s movie about the St. Valentine's Day Massacre that was filmed in America here. And it shows you how that movie reminded me of how violent Chicago was in the 1920s. There was, several machine gun shootings. It wasn't just the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. It was the death of Jaime Weiss, and the attempted assassinations of Al Capone, where they literally would throw hundreds of rounds of Tommy gun bullets into storefronts, kill random innocent people, women pushing baby carriages. I'm serious. Like, there was all just like what's going on now, the senseless random violence where people shoot and miss each other, and they hit the little kid in the playground across the street instead of who they're trying to shoot, and it's hard to talk about, but it's so I would just be like walking through a park like this, trying to film dogs, and it would make people angry, just because people in America, they do not like cities. They don't like New York. They don't like Chicago. They don't like Kansas City. The guy walking in Kansas City got the exact same thing. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I know. I try to keep it neutral. I try to keep it light. Even when people ask me to show the Trump building, I'm like, there's the Trump building. And even that will cause somebody to try to ban my account. Just the fact that I don't want to talk about that guy and don't want to show that building, and even that, but I do it out of because I realize my audience spans the right and the left. I have a bunch of new Canadian friends that don't like Justin Trudeau. I remember the TikTok algorithm continues to send me, which is fine. It's just fine. I accept them. I'm glad they're following me back. There's a lot of Canadians that don't like Justin Trudeau, and TikTok keeps sending them to my account, which is interesting. I guess it thinks, for some reason, the TikTok's algorithm thinks I'm a Canadian. And that's fine, It shows you how dumb the algorithm can be sometimes. There's Benjamin Franklin early in the morning. Welcome to Lincoln Park. We'll walk under... usually I film him from behind. It's nice to get his front side here. And old Ben Franklin was from Pennsylvania. We talked about that. Hey, you can see the skyline off in the distance there. But yeah, this is one of my favorite times of the year to be in Chicago, because September, it still feels like summer. The days aren't as long, and we got these nice cool mornings where it cools down to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's really pleasant to walk into work. And yeah, that's why I'm sticking with YouTube, just because we don't have to deal with the trolls, and all my good friends that used to moderate can just passively watch and interact much easier. And I always felt guilty making people moderate for my stupid account, because rather have quality over quantity. Yeah, I'll walk up this little nature trail. There's somebody walking the dogs. Yeah. Hidden truths. Yeah, the spider webs. They get really thick there in the tunnel, under the lights there. It's a smorgasbord of bugs to eat there under the light. Yeah, let's head over toward. Yeah, we saw that charity event that was going on here. They had all the good food. Mr. Beef was catering. Last week there was an event here and then they had like nice signage about Chinatown and Pilsen. And so I don't know. Everybody kept looking at me when I was filming like I was some paparazzi. There must have been some high rollers there. Like we were at the Hamptons or something. Yeah, I'll keep you away from the spiders. Yeah, you don't mess around with the spiders. I agree, because I know someone that was bitten by a brown recluse, recently in the Midwest. They get in your clothes. You put your clothes on, and then they'll bite you. But here, look at this. This is like a history walk they have around the Historical Society here. We're down by Clark and North Avenue, and they got little informational kiosk timelines about stuff we talk about that happened in Chicago's history. All these gestures to music and love, art, dance. Yeah, bringing Chicago together. Yeah, let's head over here to the flower garden. Oh yeah, you got really deadly spiders in Australia. Yeah, I know. You don't want to mess around. And that's why it shows you. People are like, "Is it dangerous?" I'm like, "There's dangers everywhere. There's dangers everywhere. Everywhere you live, it's just different things you got to be worried about. We all have anxieties. You know, most people just want to be reassured, and I got to realize that I got to do that myself. Just, you know, keep on keeping on. We're all doing the best we can. Wherever, and it's good we're all connected. We can tune in from different areas of the world and just appreciate all cities. I want to see people walking around Sydney and Melbourne, and you know, sometimes people even tune in from New Zealand, Wellington, Auckland. Sydney's such a beautiful city. The Gold Coast of Australia, the great beaches of the up by Brisbane. Am I saying that right? Here, we'll go down Dearborn Street so I can go past these beautiful houses with the curved staircase, and we can film them in landscape mode. And then maybe I can finally cut out that footage and post it. We'll see how it looks here early in the morning. Yeah, you got snakes, I know. Yeah, so this is the Latin school. They got the high school, the upper grades are there, and then over there's the elementary behind the trees. I know there's some housing there. And we're walking down Dearborn Street. We just enter the Gold Coast as we're heading into work on a Tuesday morning. Yeah, isn't the resolution nice? Yeah, thanks for yeah. Why is that happening? Okay, good, okay. Tasmania! Wow, so that's the island south. And yeah, I've heard of Tasmania. You know, yeah, Tasmania is the island south of Australia. I know. You know, the Looney Tunes, we had a character, it was called the Tasmanian Devil, which is loosely based on, there's a real animal called the Tasmanian Devil that you know more about than we do. And Bugs Bunny would interact with it. But you know, I know there's much more to Tasmania than that. And there was an indigenous population, just like the rest of Australia. And it's great. Look at the housing here, the nice curved staircases. Let's see if I can film it from, let me make sure I'm zoomed out here. Hold on a second here. There we go, okay. So I wasn't zoomed out all the way. Here, look at these nice curving staircases, the beautiful flower gardens. We're on Dearborn Street here in Chicago. And this grouping of buildings is one of my favorite in this area. And then you can see across the way the beautiful brownstones that line Dearborn Street just south of the Latin school here. Latin school is a private school. But look at the doors, the nice curving staircases. People are walking the dogs early in the morning. And the nice windows. And yeah, they just recently painted this one. We walked by when they were painting it, and you go up to you see the garden apartment up to the second floor. Beautiful flower gardens. Put the little pots up the stairs, and then they still name the buildings. This is called the Houghton, H-O-U-G-H-T-O-N. Beautiful stone facade, and this is multi-family residential. Same with this. The little doors that come out the stairwell there. Yeah, people are out walking the dogs, having a good morning. They're going to start decorating these for Halloween pretty soon. You can't see if they'll put the Playboy bunny skeletons back out on the Playboy house. That'll be interesting. I'll be able to film that. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Yeah, the Aboriginals. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those stairs are great. It's far out. Yeah, I just love these detailing, these cornices. Nice trees, people out walking the dogs. Yeah, let's zoom in here. Let's see how this looks panning down here. See the nice demarcation of space. You know, you got the little median area which I think the people still own that, but not the sidewalk. And then you get the nice porches with the stoops. These serve multiple purposes. You can landscape it, and it's got the trees in there, but then in the wintertime you could put the snow. You could pile up the snow from the sidewalk, get it off the street and get it off the sidewalk. And there's places, if we get 2 feet of snow, lake effect snow, there's places to put the snow and clean the sidewalk. But we won't think about that now. We're still in August. I'm gonna go past this church here. Yeah, hippie talk. Yeah, we'll go past this little library, this little book library. They got these all over the city. I've seen these south, west, and north. They got these all over. And look, yeah, at least this one's still got a window on it. Sometimes the door will be off. And here we'll look back in the, yeah, they've been working on this. I don't know what they're doing. Here, the Mary Ellen Christie tree. Her contagious love for children. 40 years, founding director of the day school. So that tree will continue to grow and commemorate her. Let's see, they got this little, it's almost like a Zen garden. Look how it's, the black and white stones on the little bush there. Now, some night I'll go back inside the Three Arts Club. We'll film that nice courtyard cafe with the atrium glass and the chandelier. We'll film it in landscape style mode and we'll see what it looks like. And the sun's hitting this building. Okay, we'll zoom in across the way here. Make sure I'm zoomed out all the way. There we go. Look at that nice bike. See, you've got the wheelbarrow. You can haul the kids or haul your groceries. Yeah. And so that's they call that the Racket Club. That's still a private health club, and they got like squash courts in there and different racket games. Maybe they could play pickleball in there. Everybody's playing pickleball, which is great. Yeah, look at these Italianate. Good morning. How's it going, Kitty? Thanks for tuning in. We're still walking to work in the Gold Coast. Hopefully the landscape mode's working out for everybody. People can watch on TV. They can watch on their phones. Turn your phone sideways. You can watch on the tablet. We got better resolution. Streamlabs seems to be the way to go. There, you can leash right there. They got a roof deck with nice skyline views. It's a nice bike. Yeah, let's see if we can get this block across the way. Landscape mode. Can you dig it? Yeah, there's a cool breeze this morning. 1330 North Dearborn. That's where we're at. Keeping tabs. Yeah, people got the windows open. Look at that. You can open the windows in August. And then we got this beautiful, you know, Moroccan-inspired house on the right there. But it fits within this whole block. And then, yeah, people are out walking the dogs. And you can see the across the way there. That's a good one. Hey Michael, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for finding me on YouTube. We're doing the landscape. Seems to work well on the TV. I'm excited about revisiting some of these neighborhoods. I'll go back to Humboldt Park. We'll go back to Pilsen. We'll go back to Chinatown, film it in landscape mode. We'll go back to the West Loop eventually. You know, I'm just heading to work this morning. There's the Three Arts Club. And again, you know, we talked about this several times. They restored this. It's the RH Furniture store in there. When it's open, you can go inside. They talk about the Three Arts Club. Holabird and Roche were the architects. Let me zoom in here a little bit if I can. Hold on a second here. There we go. Three Arts Club. And so we'll take a tour inside there sometime in the evening when it's open, because I've done it before, but we'll do it for YouTube. Yeah, it's amazing how people fit cars into parking spots, and then good luck getting out. Yeah, Dearborn and Goethe. There's Mario's Gold Coast Restaurante across the way. You got a hotel coming up here. There's the Park Dearborn. The Third Coast Coffee House and Wine Bar. Sometimes they open up these windows.
Yeah.
Beautiful dog.
She was like side-by texting me.
So Bob, what's the latest word on the hurricane? Is people keeping track of it? I guess it's going to go through, that it's going to, it's not going to make landfall near Panama City. It's going to be east of there, right? And I'll have to check it once I get to work. Yeah, isn't it a beautiful dog? The Kabad house here. Yeah, it's looking nice with the menorah. And yeah, they got these Richardson Romanesque, just like the old Excalibur, which used to be the Chicago Historical Society in the Limelight. You get these Richardson Romanesque. People rightly said it looks like the Back Bay in Boston, and that's where this style originated. It was a Boston architect. And here's this courtyard apartment building. Look at that! Look at that view of that grouping of buildings there. You can see the John Hancock behind it, and then it's the thick grouping. Look at the density. This is the density of the buildings. Look at this. Eduardo's here. This outdoor seating. Yeah, let's head over to Rush Street. Let's see how the skyline looks as we head down that way, and we'll cross Dearborn and head into the Division and State area. We'll go by Mother's. Nice window baskets. The original Mother's. 26 West Division, Butch McGuire's. I don't know what this dentist is. It's nice. I like the color scheme though. You got Smiles for Miles. Yeah, do I want to cross the street? Let's see. Yeah, let's cross the street here. It's going to be hard looking into the light, but good. Maybe it'll peter out. Yeah, maybe it'll peter out. Maybe, hopefully, it's not as strong as we're fearing, and it just get some rain out of it. Yeah, let's hope so. We're hoping for the best, preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. That's all we can do. Let me see if I can get this in here. So yeah, here's look at this whole block here. So we got the corner, we got Mother's, we got Butch McGuire's, we got Shenanigans. All those bars, you can sit out on the rail there. Here we got the Lodge. Credit card only. When did they do that? The bar doesn't accept my cash. Hopsmith. And then yeah, they recently built this stuff. They used to be a lower scale building. They tore down. There was a second Mother's, but they consolidated. There's this pizza by the slice. They usually late at night, they sell pizza late at night. People coming inebriated out of the bars. We'll get out of the sun here. I know it's hard when I'm staring into the sun to see anything. Primary. I don't even know if it's still called that. But here we'll round the corner here and we start getting nice views of the skyline. What is this? Arc Music Festival, 3 days of house and techno. Yeah, I saw it. When is that coming up? Union Park, September 1st to 3rd. So that's coming up this weekend. They're going to have a electronic EDM music festival in Union Park, September 1st to the 3rd. That should be interesting. There's Monet. This is the tea house. There's a tea house right here, Chicago Tea House. Yeah. No, I'm happily singled. I'm not ruling out. I've been in long-term relationships. People always want to know my status. It's interesting. I appreciate it. No, it just never happened, but we'll see. There's always like I was walking through. Look at the beautiful skyline. We can get the whole block in here. That's why I'm really liking the landscape there. Yeah, we were walking through the Caldwell Lily Pool on Sunday, and I think there was an engagement going on. I just missed it, but they were really happy. You can go back and look at that footage of that live, and they were celebrating. They were popping champagne, and there was a group of friends there that witnessed it that were taking photos. I think that's what was going on, but it could have been something else. Sometimes I'm kind of bad about sensing what's going on. I can miss stuff right in front of my face. There's Lou Malnati's. I gotta say it right. Great Chicago style pizza. We're at Cedar and Rush Street. Zoe, are you married? I'll throw it right back at you. That's good. I hope. And if you are, I hope you're enjoying it. That's good. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not anti-marriage. I'm just very cautious and afraid of a typical man that's afraid of commitment. I don't want to stereotype all men, because I know there's plenty of happily married men that would disagree with me. There, look at all the trucks delivering goods early in the morning. Here's where Carmine's used to be. That's been vacant for a long time. That used to be a nightclub. Here, let's see how Mariano Park early in the morning. There's nobody out. Whispers Cafe's open though. We got 7:30. Yeah, never married. That's good. I can respect that. There's positive and negatives to everything. There's positives being married, but there's also negatives. There's positives being single, but there might be negatives too, but I don't know what they are. Yeah, Whispers is open. They got juice bar, fruit smoothies. They got little muffins, and the fountain's looking nice. Gibson Steak and Fish. Yeah, all the food delivery trucks are out early in the morning. And they're always like pumping out the sewage over there. I don't know if they got a septic problem at the Pancake House. I don't want to defame them, but there's always something going on right there. Maybe it's just steam cleaning. Yeah, it's going for it. But it's nice. You see how they always clean off the sidewalks every morning in front of these outdoor cafes, which is nice. This is Hugo's Frog Bar on Rush Street here. Yeah, a lot of batter down the drain. Maybe, yeah, that clogs up the drains. Yeah, you're right. It's too early. Yeah, I know. It's well, that's why I'll do this in the afternoon. I'll probably be on at lunchtime, so I'll give people different. You don't have to tune in every time I'm on. If it's too early in the morning, I understand. There's Prada. And we'll cross the street here real quick. So Cartier is what's going in here. This used to be Barney's New York, but Barney's New York moved over there.
It looks like it's got
Hermes.
to be shifted over.
Hermes is going to go in here. They've been working on this for a while, and so Prada's here. Cartier is going to be across the street. Hermes is going to be right here. There's Still working on the interior. We'll head down Oak Street because I want to film the full length of the Mag Mile from Oak Street to the Chicago River in landscape so we can see what the footage looks like. Yeah, we're almost the same age. I'm 47, so we're the same cohort almost. I was born in 1976, so look at the but early in the year, look at this beautiful building, especially the top, the nice detailing. 40 East Oak Street, and you see how Marc Jacobs, we got Golden Goose, we got all these high-end clothiers, fashion shops, outlets. Of course, the major fashion houses are New York, Paris, Milan. These are all outposts. Tory Burch. You know, well, there's Hermes before they're going to move to the corner. Here's the Esquire Theater, which, like I've talked about before. I remember when that was a movie theater. I've seen movies in there before they converted it to storefronts and offices. Here's Le Colonial. Le Colonial is a French Vietnamese restaurant, and it used to be on Rush Street, but they moved over here to Oak Street. Nice window displays. I took the jewelry out of the window. But yeah, that used to be the Esquire Theater. We could see the whole thing there. Yeah, we're almost the same age. The cat's waking you up. Cat's waking you up for breakfast. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, the Fig and Olive. You can sit on the third level there. They got an outdoor veranda there, and some nice high-end eating establishments as you go to Rolex and Geneva Seal, Jimmy Choo. Get your wedding dress at the Ultimate Bridal Shop there. What is that, Vince? There, Burton's Jewelry coming soon. They got the building wrap. There's another jewelry and watch store going in right there. Compete with Geneva Seal. And then right around the corner is Omni. Omni's the watches are in the Drake. And then here's the loading docks. There's Todd's. Oh, so yeah, you can watch it you can still watch it via the Fire Stick. That's good to know. Yeah, so I'm glad you're able to watch it on the TV. It's good to have a backup to the backup, and I hope you get that cable back. You know, that's frustrating, but that's what happens. There's the Drake across the way. There's the old former Playboy Palmolive building, and with the John Hancock behind it, we'll head straight down the Magnificent Mile here in landscape format. We can get the full width of the street. And look at these nice window displays. Yeah. There's Omega. I said it wrong. I said Omni. It's Omega. Omega watches. Yeah, I don't know my watches. They compete with Rolex. Oh, you got your cat's wearing a tuxedo? That's cute. That's nice. The real authenticated luxury resale. Yeah, right. There's Gucci. See, we still got some nice shopping on the Oak Street, Michigan Avenue. There's Omega. So Omega's there. Omega's there. Okay. And then Bloomingdale's is here at 900 North Michigan. There's a nice window displays. Yeah, it's nice that these stores still have window displays along Michigan Avenue. We got them on State Street too. It gives you something to look at when you're walking down the street there. Louis Vuitton's across the way. There, look at all this stuff. Bloomingdale's, Topgolf, Untuckit, Equinox, Mount Blanc, Toomey, J. Crew, Sur La Table. There's a food court up there. And they got the nice, yeah, Bloomingdale's is right there. They got this digital ceiling there. Go Blackhawks, that's great, yeah. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, I guess the hockey season's gonna start pretty soon. Football's starting. The Bulls and the Blackhawks usually start later, but the Bears are already doing preseason games. And we were talking about the White Sox threatening to move to Nashville. They really just want a new stadium in Chicago, which is interesting. Look at the John Hancock here in landscape. Get the whole bottom in here. Yeah, Sur-La Table's nice. It is expensive. And, oops.
And then like after that.
I just want to film this courtyard of the Fourth Presbyterian Church. They got a nice fountain back there. You can see how we're right across from the John Hancock. Hey, they got scaffolding. I guess they're, yeah, you can hear them working on it. The bleachers. Yeah, I don't even remember before they used to be the upper deck in the when they redid the new Comiskey, and you would go to the upper deck and those top seats were so steep. They were so steep, you always felt like you were going to be falling over. And then they reduced, like they took like the top 6 rows off for that canopy when they retrofitted it. They have made alterations to that stadium, because I remember the seats used to be blue and now they're black up at the top. And they added, but Comiskey always does have more food options, has better food than Wrigley. There's so many, good food vendors. And it's easier to get around because it's a newer stadium. Wrigley's quaint, but it's old. Sometimes you are sitting behind a pole. There are seats in Wrigley where you are sitting behind a pole. It's not a joke. They call it an obstructed view, and they'll sell you a ticket. Hey, let's head into the water tower here. There's the water tower looking good. Yeah, Jane Byrne Park. We'll head past the fountain here. What a beautiful morning. Look at the sun hitting this curving pathway as we go past the water tower. And another good thing is with YouTube, if you miss one of my lives, you can watch it in the rerun. You can watch the whole thing. I'll continue to let them be published, and then you can watch them at your convenience. And I think you can pull up the comments even. And I know it's always better commenting in real time, but if you want to comment, you can comment on the recorded live, and I'll get back to you. If you got a question or this will be useful, especially when we go to other neighborhoods. It'll be really useful, and I don't expect everybody to be available all the time to tune in, So here we are at Chicago Avenue, waiting for the left turn light here. Oh yeah, no, you're right. That was I saw that on the news, and that was unfortunate that happened there. It's such a stupid incident, people get in an argument, and I'm just, how did they get that in there past security? I can't even bring a gimbal in. They won't let me bring a gimbal in to hold a phone, but someone was able to get a firearm through security into the stadium. And so then why do they make us all go through security if they can't stop that? It just, there's a lot of questions. I don't know enough about that incident. I'll have to look into it. But here we're heading down Michigan Avenue, Going past the Neiman Marcus. Yeah, the water tower. I'm fortunate I get to walk by that on my way to work. Thanks for joining in. You see the nice little landscape medians here. Victoria's Secret. Neiman Marcus across the way. The purple door. Here's Tiffany's. And look how you can see that RUI hotel taking shape. Look at that. You can see the construction crane there behind the Allerton. And that's a hotel. New construction hotel right there on Ontario. There's the one Chicago Tower. See if I can get it all in. Landscape. Yeah, it's so tall it's hard for me to get it in. I can't get the top in. There it is. Saks Fifth Avenue. But it shows you, you know, people, you know, and I understand that, you know, here we are back talking about it again. I don't mean to bring it up. People are like, be careful walking down the street. You could be at a, not just any baseball game. It happened in Washington, D.C. with the Nationals a year or two ago. You could be at a ball game. You know, look, at the United Center, there was a concert where people were stampeding out because there was a shooting incident, a fight happened, and it ruined the concert, you know. And that they were like, people in the comments were like, this is why we can't have nice things. And it's true, it just takes one or two people to ruin it for everybody else. You know, the horrible tragedy that happened in Jacksonville, we can't deny it. That was Jacksonville, Florida. People act like violence only happens in Chicago. It happened in Jacksonville, Florida. You know, and senseless, stupid violence happens far too often in this country. You know, it's almost embarrassing that people tune in from other countries and they're like, you know, why is there? He was honking at me, so, you know, I guess I was taking too long to get across the street there. He had 3 whole lanes. He didn't have to go in that, you know. He could have easily got around me. Just wanted to make some noise pollution. Maybe he was watching. He was just saying hi. He thought I was a tourist. There's Nike Town. Here comes the ambulance. Scenes of the city. Scenes of the city. Yeah, they're doing some more displays there. They're setting up the pegboard. Traffic's starting to pick up. There's the giant Starbucks. Yeah, I'll get to go through the giant Starbucks. We'll get to film it in landscape and post that footage. All this stuff I get to I'll even probably go back in Colores Mexicanos because I'll do it landscape. I did it portrait and cut out the footage, but there's the giant 4-story Starbucks with the 5th-story roof deck right there. Yeah, the dollar store, I know. It just, you know, and that's why, you know, I just know, I realized half of it, it took me a while to figure out. People just want to be reassured. There was somebody I recently followed me, I think it's a new person, and it was like, it was on the video of the Lincoln Park Conservatory where I walked through the Lincoln Park Conservatory. And if you're watching, you know, it is a good conversation. They were like, that's a dangerous area. Someone was murdered in Rosemont. And I'm like, you realize this is like 15 miles away from Rosemont, and Rosemont's a suburb. I said, well, you know, can you recommend a safer area? And they're like, no, I just wanted to talk about that. Everything's okay. And I'm like, you know, so by them watching a video of the Lincoln Park Conservatory, it reminded them of that horrible tragedy that happened in Rosemont, which was a horrible tragedy. A woman was murdered in Rosemont in a hotel, and it was like an unsolved mystery, even though the police knew who was doing it, you know. And
which one sounds better to you? I'm just spreading positivity. No worries.
I'm on a live stream.
Okay, have a good
Let me see what it is.
It says, I believe in you. Keep going. You got this. Or excuses, don't get it done.
That's
Taking
nice.
action.
I like that.
Thank
Let's see.
Did you want one? Me and my dad pass these out to help somebody else other than ourselves.
Really? That's good.
Yeah, thank
Let's
you.
see. Let me see what this.
Yep, that one is excuses don't get it done, taking action.
I need this. I need this reminder.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, thank
Yeah,
you
I
so much.
appreciate
Thanks for
it.
handing
Thank
them out.
you.
I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
you know what, too? The only thing I do with these, I accept any donation.
Well, here,
for
you can have it back.
That
I
is
appreciate
totally
it. Thank you. I
okay.
appreciate
Have a
it.
great one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, that's good. So, I'm just amazed that, you know, you could be live streaming and it doesn't even matter. People will interrupt your live stream and try to sell you something. It's funny. It's just it's the I don't have that determination to do the hard sale, you know, where you just go up randomly to people on the street and try to get money out of them, you know. And it was for a good cause. It was good mantras. It was on a nice little band, but you know, it's one of the. She's like, well, we're giving these out, and then it's like, okay, I'll take one, and then she's like, well, I'll accept a donation. I'm like, I knew there was an angle. I knew it was really just asking for money, and I appreciate her handing it out, but it's just so funny, you know. And she was so bubbly and positive. It was good. Welcome to Michigan Avenue early in the morning, where people are selling you stuff on your way to work. Everybody's selling. Oh yeah, I see some of the same. There's a guy, he usually see him, he's in front of Wrigley Building. If we walk by the Wrigley Building, he might be there. I've seen that guy for 20 years. I've been walking this for 25 years, for 20 years. And we almost like know each other because I've been walking past him and he sees me filming now. He's like, oh, this guy's filming now, because he used to see me like the hippie walking in sandals going to work. For 20 years, you know, he's been, and he's, you know, he seems to be pretty successful at it. Here's Nordstrom's, Hugo Boss, Intercontinental Hotel here, and we'll go by Michael Jordan's. Oh no! Let's see what happens. Yeah. See, and other people would be like trying to film this whole thing. I'm not going to film somebody getting pulled over. You know, that happens all the time. You know, people that chase ambulances and try to film it to get the likes. You know, it's just somebody getting pulled over for something. They blew through a red light or something. Yeah, it's called, you know, you see this in New York City if you go to Times Square or other touristy areas. Same as Chicago, you might see it in LA or San Francisco or Las Vegas. They're called confidence people, where, you know, I'll give you an example. So someone will come up to you on the street, they'll be like, can you help me out? My child's in the car and I'm about to get towed and I just need $5 to pay the parking meter. And so, you know, and they might be holding a baby or something, you know, and so you feel empathy for them. You're like, oh, I want to help you out. But often it's a scam. And so, you know, the confidence pushers are so good, just like her. It's like, oh, we're giving away these nice bracelets with these nice mantras. And I knew immediately, I'm like, I know she's going to ask me for money. Where's the hook? But then I tried to get away, and then I'm like, oh, well, maybe she is really doing this for a cause, because you want to believe, and I'm sure she's a great person. She's like me and my dad. And then as soon as I took it, she's like, oh, we accept donations. And I could have just took it, but I didn't really want it. You know, I didn't want it in the first place, so I just gave it right back to her so she could try to sell it to somebody else and try to get a donation out of somebody else. So I did her a favor instead of just taking it without giving her any money, because I didn't really want it. I probably would have threw it away. You know, so why give me something that I'm just going to throw away? You know, it just, welcome to the city. And I understand that's why some people don't like coming to cities, because look, we can get the whole skyline in here, landscape mode. Look at this. Yeah, see, here's the Wrigley Building. See the Apple Store. Yeah, I like that, how we could see the whole from the Genie Gang Aqua on the left. We can see all the way over to the Mather Tower. The Apple Store is in the lower left. The Bridge House is in the lower right. The DuSable Michigan Avenue Bridge then we can pan this way and we'll cross. Look, they got some tropical plants. They're setting out some tropical plants. There'll probably be a display. We'll see what this display looks like later in the day. Yeah, this is thanks for staying on for this view. This makes it worth it. I can get this whole thing in. Hopefully it looks good resolution. Look how the sun hits it. We're about to cross the Chicago River as we always do on my way to work. We got 7:52, so we're doing good on time. We'll go past the Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable statue here, and you can see Joliet and Marquette behind there with the Native Americans that guided them to the portage to the Mississippi River through the Illinois river system from Lake Michigan. Yeah, look at that. Look how the sun hits that, you know, the bridge house there. They got all these plaques on the side of the bridge here. Scenes of the city. Yeah, we can get this whole plaque in. I'll wait till these people cross so I can show you this plaque here in honor of Joliet and Marquette right here. Look at that. It's a nice plaque they got on the DuSable Michigan Avenue Bridge. And there's the rising sun over Lake Michigan. And if we pan this way, we can get the London House, the Mather Tower. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to frame, you know, look, you were on Potawatomi land, you know, we'll contrast that with the Trump building, you know. You know, and that's where you can catch all the architectural tour boats. You see them lined up there. When that bus went across, you could feel the bridge shake because this is a Basque drawbridge, and we'll get to watch all the sailboats with tall masts come back through these bridges. They'll have to reverse what we did in spring when they opened the drawbridges, so we'll be able to come out here at lunchtime and watch the boats massing and going back into their winter storage for the fall. There's Michigan Avenue here. We'll pan around here. I'll get you a view looking north here, where we just crossed here. We'd be able to see the bridge and looking north on Michigan Avenue. And yeah, maybe I can get let's see if we get the top of the bridge house there. Let's see if I can get the bridge in here. See, it's hard to get the bridge in there. That's the problem. I got to get up this way a little bit. Let's walk up this way a little bit. Here's the Chicago Architecture Center. They got scale models of a lot of skyscrapers and buildings. And there, now we can get the bridge in with the Tribune and Wrigley buildings. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Yeah. Across the street. Look at that view. The Marina Towers. Looking west on Wacker. Pan around. Fannie Mae, Blackhawk store. They got the second level. Then they got a ground floor entrance over here off of Michigan Avenue. And you can see the site of Fort Dearborn. We talk about Fort Dearborn. Here was the historic site of Fort Dearborn. You can see it in the sidewalk there. Fannie Mae, Crumble Cookies. Blackhawks. Different sweaters. Look at this beautiful entrance to the 333 Chicago landmark, Michigan Avenue building. People sitting outside in Starbucks. There's the Citizen Hotel. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, on the walk to work. We got the landscape working again. Thanks for the feedback about that. Unique perspectives. This scaffolding's been here. Hopefully they'll start taking it down. They've been working on the old Republic building for a long time. They were doing like tuck pointing and fixing all the detail here that they got on this building. It's hard for me to film up. I like that. I love that transition there. Look at that mural. They got that nice mural on the ceiling right there. Oh, you ate at Nando's. That's great. Yeah, Nando's is great. There's like 7 Nando's locations throughout the city. That just happens to be the one nearest to where I work. But that's a great location. You can sit on that second level and look over Michigan Avenue. They got great food. Yeah, and you got the Nutellas underneath there. That's good. Thanks for the good feedback. Thanks for visiting Chicago and checking out Nando's. That's good. Carbide and Carbon building. Perry Perry. Yeah. Perry Perry. Well, good. Well, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to head to work. Everybody have a great Tuesday. I'll probably be on at lunchtime. We'll walk through the loop or check out some interior or something. It might rain later today, so it depends on the weather, you know. And if not, we'll catch it next time. But have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later from Chicago. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, thanks for liking the live. It was a good one. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you later from Chicago.